Brad, when you see what happened with New Orleans losing the game and then Zion getting hurt, is that an example of why you want to avoid the play-in when you find yourself in that situation?
I mean, I don't want to. You could say that because of everything that happened, but I mean, obviously the chips fall where they fall. I mean, if we were in that position, we would just have to be ready to go and duke it out, you know. I mean, at the same time, like you do want to try to avoid those extra games, you know, those extra mileage on your body, the extra wear and tear, and obviously, you know, prevent the opportunity of getting injured. So you never want that, but I mean that's part of the game. I mean that could have happened in Game 1 of the playoffs. So I don't really put too much emphasis on that. I mean he was competing his ass off and attacking the basket. If he didn't go down, it probably would have been a different outcome. But it's just that's how the game is.
Then on the flip side, you guys got the time off, or at least the break in between games. How big do you think that'll be going into the playoffs?
I would say this: I needed these days, man. So like in hindsight, when you're talking about the plan, like it would have been tough, man. Like I could just feel like our bodies the last few days, like those last 2 games were playoff games. Like they felt like game 6, 7 of playoffs games. So. You know, for your body to recoup after that, it's like, okay, I got hit by a bus, let's recoup. So I'm glad we got a little week off, but, you know, at the same time, we actually got after it today. We want to keep ourselves engaged. You know, that time off can also be detrimental too.
And then for you, last thing I had was to be even back in this position where you're in a playoff situation and you're ready for a postseason. How much is that sort of rejuvenated you even more?
I mean, that's why I decided to come here, you know. To be a part of meaningful games again, be a part of playoff basketball, the highest level of competition, everybody competing for the same thing. I haven't been here with 2-3 years, so I'm definitely excited about it. To me, it's just more games on our schedule. I'm just super locked into our goal at hand. It's going to be a game at a time, but you know, Minnesota's not going to be easy. Not one bit, you know. So I'm looking forward to the series. I'm looking forward to just being back for sure.
When you look at the matchup, what is it that makes Rudy Gobert so tough as a rim protector and all-around defender?
I mean, we call him a spy, right? So he's like a defensive spy. You know, it's like, you know, watching Lamar Jackson wherever he goes on the field. Like, you know, he kind of does that for their defense. You know, wherever the ball is, he's like watching the ball, making sure it doesn't get into the paint. Forces us to a lot of tough contested shots with their lone defender, with McDaniels and the man contesting guys. You know, so they make it very tough. You know, then you got Cat in there who mixes in some size. You got Nas and Kyle Anderson and all these guys. These guys are 6'9" and above, so they make it very tough. They make you shoot those tough contested shots. And Rudy's he's just a byproduct of it all, man. Like, it starts with him. Once he swarms the basket, so he keeps guys from attacking the basket and forces you to a lot of tough contested jumpers.
When you look at Rudy and that drop coverage and Cat, especially defensively, that dual big lineup, how important is it to kind of make those guys work with the shooters that you have?
You have to, man. Everybody has to work. You know, we got to make everybody work. Coach very adamant on making the best players on the team, you know, really work hard on the defensive end. And that's Cat, and that's Ant. You know, making sure we're putting those guys in action. Granted, Ant loves to hit challenge, so we're gonna make sure we keep attacking him and keep being physical with those guys. But it's imperative, man. We gotta keep those guys in motion, keep them in action, keep hitting them, and make them uncomfortable for them. But at the same time, get them off book, get them off K. Those guys are swarming them a little bit.
Between the point guard duties, the way you've defended this year and the last 5 games, is there a point in the season where you felt like you clicked into the role that you envisioned for this team, expected on this team?
It's probably a little different.
Yeah, right.
It's probably a little different.
Yeah.
But it's one I've accepted and it's one I embrace for sure. It's been a fun playing this style of basketball. It's been an adjustment. I won't say it's been the easiest thing, but it is definitely fun to be in this position. With the talent I have, it makes my job easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be a lot harder if you're asking me to do this with not a lot of talent around me. So I'm definitely ecstatic about that. And every single time I just get to come in the gym and just be on the floor. You guys hear me say it all the time. Like, I'm just happy to be back. I'm happy to be out here with these guys. And whatever role it is, like, I'm going to embrace it and do it for the benefit of the team because I want to win that bad. So Point guard's fun, man. It's fun. I get to guard guys. Guys think I can't defend, so I've been able to show that, you know, do that at a high level. But I've accepted that challenge, man. It's been real fun. It's been real fun.
To your point, it's been cool to see other parts of your game shine a little bit more. And I imagine when you were taking 25 shots against Washington, you weren't running around for 50-50 balls that much. But this year, you've been all over it. Do you imagine?
Damn, man.
Did that sound like a slight? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
Maybe saying I wasn't the same player. It's all right.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
25 shots a game just seems exhausting. It's my point. I wouldn't know from experience.
That's tough, man. It is.
But do you remember when you developed that part of your game, when you just had a nose for the ball and found yourself around for like tip-ins and things like that?
I feel like I've always had it, but obviously you're in different situations, different roles. You're required to do different things and bring different intangibles to the game. I mean, I've had years in DC where I was doing that with John handling the ball predominantly, and we had Russ predominantly handling the ball. Like I was doing a lot of off-ball, a lot more back cuts, and kind of two-man games like I do with Dirk now. But it's been a full development, man. I'm definitely, like you said, I'm excited that I get to show other parts of my game, and distributing the ball, defending guys, rebounding a lot more. You know, whatever it is, you know, I feel like I get to really expand my game, and people can see it. And it's just being in a different market. Let's just be fair about it. Like being on a team that's everybody had big aspirations for, like they key in on you. We have more TV games, they watch more, so all of that kind of plays a factor.
Well, with the benefit of those perimeter defenders playing alongside Kevin and Devin, there will be times in this matchup where you don't really see those guys on you that much. How important is it for not only you, but guys like Grayson as well, to stay aggressive with the matchups that you guys might have in this series?
We have to, man. You can't let anybody off the hook. I think that's probably the biggest observation, especially with a good defensive team like Minnesota. Like they pack the paint really well. They use their size and physicality really well. You don't get many offensive rebounds, so you got to be really strategic with the way you attack and how you attack. And everybody has to be in that mindset. You know, we can't pass up open shots. We can't force contested twos over Rudy. You know, we have to be very smart with what we do and the shots we generate. I think we did a good job of that last game, but obviously they're going to make adjustments, and we got to be ready for them.
How would you describe what the word playoff intensity means? What's the biggest difference from the regular season to postseason?
It's kind of weird because you guys hear us say like level of play, and it's like, well, why aren't you playing at that level? It's like, why aren't you playing at that level all the time?
Right.
Or, you know, level of focus is, or why aren't you always? So I mean, it just heightens it. I don't really know how to explain it. But everything is just heightened. You know, it's just more at stake. You know, there's just less room for error. Especially playing games. Like I would be damned if I was just 9 or 10. Like just watching that last night was just really tough. Just seeing how they just wanted their game so bad and every possession mattered. So, I mean, that's definitely tough. But I mean, that's the life we live, life we chose in some ways.
Brad, what are sorry.
No, you could go.
Your thoughts on Buck and KD getting selected for Team USA?
Oh, I'm happy for him. I love it. I am jealous. I wish I was on the team. But that team is a super team in itself. So many talented guys. My brother Jason's on the team too. So I'm beyond ecstatic for all those guys, man. I wish them nothing but the best, good health, and bring back the gold. That's all that matters.
I just voiced about this earlier about playing an early game. I think it's 12:30 or something. Does that affect on Saturday? Is that an issue for you? Or?
No, last time we played at 12:30, I think I did all right, man. So I actually prefer early games. I like early games. Just get it going. As soon as I wake up, I'm like, I know it's game time. I don't have to sit and wait all day. But I like it. I think, you know, obviously the time changes. Everybody, you know, it's to each his own. It'll be a little adjustment, but we still got to go up and hoop, man.
You guys are 4-2 on games played by 1:30 this season.
That's not bad. Yeah. It's not bad. People usually have bad records on that. That's pretty good.
You talking about the DC game? Was that the early one?
That was the early game?
I thought it was.
It was during the day, huh? Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
How's the finger feel on your right hand?
Damn, Milwaukee game too. Yeah. I like early games, man. I told you, I like them early games. My fingers, it is what it is. You see this little fat thing.
Does it hurt to get up and dunk? And I mean, obviously,
dunking hurts. Yeah, dunking hurts. I would say hanging on the rim hurts. Like when Yeah, that.
You got that one dunk where you did hang. And you got to catch
I know every single time I jump, I'm like, damn, Brad, what are you doing? But I'm like, I got to do it. Just, if not, it's going to be a block. So, but no, it's definitely a little, I think partially torn, sprain, whatever we want to call it. I haven't had an image on it in weeks, but it's, the swelling's not going anywhere. That's one thing the doc said. He said it's not, you kind of got to deal with it. So I'm cool. I've been shooting it all right too, man. So I'm not gonna mess with it. We're gonna leave it as is.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I fixed my damn jumper, so we good.
Greg, when you look at Grayson Allen, obviously getting that extension, what does it mean to have the starting five all locked up for years to come, and have you seen Grayson grow this year?
Man, I'm happy for Grayson. I'm always happy for anybody who gets, take care of their family and gets rewarded properly. And he deserves it more than anything, man. He's taken the steps, he's put the work in, and he's giving us the results, And I'm beyond happy for him, man. To shoot 6% from three, that's unheard of, That is unheard of. I'm just happy for him. I'm always happy for guys to get paid and get rewarded. And I'm happy that he's a part of our system and our group and our core moving forward too.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks,
guys.